Welcome to another episode of In.Sights Unplugged, People, Passion, and Perspectives, where we take a step back, sit down, and bring into light what goes on behind the scenes of corporate life.
In a growing organization, it's very important to consider the achievements of our employees to have their efforts should be recognized. Today, in this episode, we invited two of our Employee of the Year for 2022 and 2023. Girls, please introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Ivy Leslie Tahimik. I'm the Data Protection Officer of Incorp Philippines and its affiliates. And I'm from the Legal Compliance Department. What's unique about me is that I love cooking, blogging, and vlogging.
Wow.
Vlogging.
And blogging.
Hi, I'm Yaya Esperanza. I'm the HR officer from People and Culture team. So, the unique about myself is I have a lot of tattoos. Pero takot ako sa injection. Takot ako kapag kinukuhaan ng dugo. So, dapat may kasama ako. Kung hindi, mahihimatay ako. Pero ang dami kong tattoo.
Talk about priorities.
Yeah.
Ye is our resident guest. And for the third time or for the second time?
Second time, yeah.
Okay, I think we should start this going. Claire, throw the first question.
All right. So for our first question, looking back at your journey with the company, what did you feel when you were hailed as the Employee of the Year?
Okay,
Okay,
sige.
sige.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
2022, right?
Yeah.
Before you answer that, take note that 2022 is the first time we
Yes.
had Employee of the Year. And we've been operating for 15 years, 17 years now. So, 2022.
Actually, as the first employee of the year, yung na-feel ko, it was very honored and grateful. Kasi parang sa tagal ng company ngayon lang nagkaroon ng employee of the year. Tapos
Yeah.
ako pa yung unang-una. And then, hindi ko din siya ina-expect. Kasi most of the employees na kasama ko na nominate, lahat sila very hardworking, very talented. Tapos, yung iba doon, kasama ko din sa team from People and Culture. So, parang hindi ko talaga siya ina-expect. And back then, just to share with you guys, ako yung nag-aasikaso ng nomination, ako yung sabotation. So, sabi ko pa doon kay Sai, sabi ko, Sai, pa-layout ako ng plaque. Tapos, hold on lang sa name kasi hindi pa tapos yung botohan.
Yung deliberations ng Mancom.
Yes, oo. Tapos, inaasikaso ko rin yung pagpe-prepare ng prize, ng gift. Tapos, it turns out, ako yung makaka-receive ng lahat ng ginagawa namin. So, ang good thing nun, nakapili ako ng gusto ko marireceive na regalo. Pero,
Kasi your own preference.
yeah, oo. So, nakapili ako ng gusto ko na kulay, doon para sa gift. Kaya, nakakatawa din siya. Pero, but more than anything else, it was an immense feeling of pride, not just for myself, but of course with my team. Kasi hindi ko naman makuha yung award na yon kung hindi dahil sa tulong nila. And of course, dun sa people sa employee na nakatrabaho ko din. So, ayun.
Yeah, I want to add that the reason why Incorp Philippines has been known of the engagements we do and how happy our employees is because of EA's initiatives as part of the events and doing
Yes.
payroll at that time pa. So, I think I was part of the selecting committee who to choose at that moment. Parang it's an easy decision in 2022 that's gonna be EA.
Ay, thank you so much.
How about you, Ivy?
Actually, I was not really expecting. I went on stage alongside my other contenders, and I wasn't really hoping too much. I wasn't expecting too much because a lot of them were really high performers. But when and the other host that night announced my name, I was feeling overjoyed and elated, and especially when Attorney Amanda approached me and extended her hand and said, Ivy, congratulations, you deserve it. I was feeling so proud of myself. But then, I believe I wouldn't have been able to attain it kung hindi dahil sa support ng the rest of the people from Incorp who helped me attain my goals that year. So I was really appreciative as well and happy.
And more surprised kasi I think she had an idea na siya yung
Yeah.
magiging employee of the year as an event
Yes.
organizer, but you as part of the operation talagang on the spot
Yes.
nalaman. Just to give an insights about to our listeners, we choose our employee of the year on the employee of the month.
Yes.
So
We do
each
have
month.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do have an employee of,
Of
the,
the
month.
month.
And then at the end of the year, tsaka mamimili nung
Who is the employee
Yes,
of the
exactly.
year? Okay. So you already had that kind of recognition, and everyone in the organizations knows that you are the employee of the year. Does this or do this recognition affect you or your work in a positively or negative way?
I've been feeling so motivated this year ever since I got that Employee of the Year award. I felt inspired to really exceed what I was able to perform on last year. And I'd like to give back to the organization for being so good to me, being able to provide me with all those opportunities even this year to be able to contribute to the firm. So, yun.
So much more motivated and more energy to
Yes.
perform. Kasi nga, you are the reigning employee of the year for 2023. Ikaw, Ye.
So, sa akin naman, it gives positive impact kasi being recognized as an employee of the year, parang naging, yung sense of validation. So, nakuha ko siya dun pa lang sa nag-nominate sa akin, dun sa mga leaders na bumoto sa akin. So, parang lahat ng ginagawa ko, yung work, yung task, yung extra effort na ginagawa ko, nakita nila. So, parang nakakatuwa din. And of course, parang it boosted my confidence. Kasi, syempre, employee of the year ako. Parang role model ako ng ng buong kumpanya, di ba? Tapos parang may mga times din na parang nakakatakot din siya. Parang nagbibigay din siya ng pressure kasi di ba, employee of the year ka. So parang, for me hindi ka pwedeng magkaroon ng mali. Yung parang may kita ka kaagad kapag may mali sa'yo. So nakaka-pressure din siya. Pero syempre, as a positive girl, nagbibigay din siya ng motivation para maka-move forward ako din sa mga ginagawa ko.
Nice. Hindi mo ba na-dream na ako dapat ulit yung next employee of the year?
Ay, hindi naman.
Hindi
Kasi
naman.
give chance to all. Mga susunod na taon.
Next year.
Baka pwede na susunod.
Alright. So, since you have talked about being motivated, the next question naman is, how long have you been with the company? And at times you lose your motivation and feel burnt out. How do you bounce back to get back on track again?
Okay, so I've been with the company for 10 years.
Wow.
Isang dekada na.
Isang dekada.
Oo. So, may mga times talaga na burnout ako. So, what I can do is mag-stop ako ng work. Hinga muna, magbe-break, siguro kakain, short snack. Tapos, o kaya minsan nagbabrowse ako sa TikTok, sa Facebook, para lang maaliw din ako. So, ganun yung usual na ginagawa ko kapag nababurnout ako. And of course, kapag nandito naman sa office, siguro pumupunta ako sa pantry para makipag-usap sa ibang tao. Pero kasi sa bahay, mag-isa lang ako. So, kaya ganun yung ginagawa ko, short breaks lang. And then, dumadating din yung time sa akin na kung kailan full load ako. Yung parang kung kailan madami talaga akong kailangang i-submit, sabay-sabay yung deadlines, dun talaga yung na-feel ko na, ayoko mag-work. Pero, yun din yung time na ginagawa ko sa sarili ko na, oy, yay, ikaw yung dapat gumawa niyan. Ikaw lang makakagawa niyan. Kahit ibigay yan sa iba, hindi nila magagawa. Kasi ikaw lang ang makakagawa
I
niyan.
love that.
Ikaw ang magaling dyan, kaya kailangan gawin mo yan. So, pag sinabi ko na sa sarili ko, mag-quick break lang din ako, tapos maya-maya, babalik na ako. Tapos magaan na ulit yung pakiramdam ko. Kasi pag nababurnout ka, di ba yun yung ang bigat-bigat ng pakiramdam mo talaga. Tapos parang ang dami-dami mong naiisip.
Yes.
Tapos, good thing din sa team ko, parang mas naiintindihan nila pag ganun. And may mga instances din kasi na parang hindi kaya ng short breaks eh.
Yes.
So, kailangan ko mag-leave. So, nagpa-file talaga ako ng leave para lang matulog, mahiga ng buong araw.
Yes.
As in,
Rough day,
Oo,
literal.
talagang wala akong gagawin. Nakahiga lang ako maghapon sa kama. Ganun lang. So, ginagawa ko na siya. Dati kasi hindi. Parang pag nag-leave ako, gagawin ko lang iba kong trabaho.
You also work on
Oo,
silly project.
pero ngayon natutunan ko na dapat, i-alagaan mo yung sarili mo.
Yes.
Kasi
That's
napaka-importante
true.
talaga sa akin. Lalo na sa kanya ngayon, yung mental health.
That's true, that's true.
Tsaka yes, kaya ka nag-leave.
Yeah, to
rest.
rest,
Yes.
diba?
Oo.
Don't use to our listeners, pag naka-leave kayo, mag-leave.
Mag-leave
Oo.
kayo.
Huwag kayo sumagot ng email.
That's the beauty of pausing.
Yes.
You have to pause. And don't quit, just pause.
Yes.
Oo,
Diba? Just
magpo-pause
pause.
ka lang talaga.
Resting is very important.
Yes, kasi kapag tinuloy-tuloy mo siya, actually may mga times na halimbawa tuloy-tuloy talaga yung trabaho mo, yun nakakalimutan mo mag-pause, mas lalong tumatagal.
Oo.
Mas lalo siyang tumatagal, mas hindi ka nakakapag-isip ng tama.
Yes,
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
Kasi when you pause or rest, parang yun yung buwelo mo to give more another set of energy to do things. Kasi pag dire-diretso, parang sometimes you're tired, di ba?
Oo.
Di ba? It's as simple as jogging or running, di ba?
Yes.
You cannot just run fast,
Anytime.
the whole 5 kilometers, let's say, di ba? You have to pause, buwelo, and konting rest, and then do agad para ma-finish mo yung race mo. I think that's also the work. It's unending, di ba? You have to
Yes.
pause. Ikaw, Ivy.
Ako, katulad ni on a Saturday, kasi being the passionate person that I am, and I'm also highly driven, I'd like to be able to contribute positively in everything I do. So kapag Saturday, ginagawa ko, I just lounge almost the whole day sa sofa, and then I just listen to music, tapos read the book or browse through TikTok and Facebook. Tapos, basically kapag burnt out talaga ako na parang feeling ko, I feel tired na, I feel exhausted. But then I try to recalibrate my mindset. And then remind myself, ano ba yung reason ko for having started this journey in the first place? So kasi it's my aim to be able to make a positive difference within my sphere of influence. Wherever I go, be it in my personal life or at in the professional world. Gusto ko magkaroon ng impact yung whatever efforts that I try to exert on. So yun, and then it makes everything better after that, and then it gets me going after that as well.
And knowing Ivy is a very systematic person.
Yes.
If you're gonna ask her to do something, it's guided by bullet points. So, does that affect your motivation kung hindi nasusunod yung mga... because are you extreme on the system or hindi naman?
Ako kasi yung tipo ng tao na I'd like to plan ahead.
Oo.
During my earlier years as a working professional, I was influenced by my boss who taught me to work on the fly, be ready for any eventualities. Pero ako talaga I always go back to my systematic and planning side. So kapag ganun, there were moments in the past when I would feel a bit frustrated kapag medyo na-derail yung
Bit
plano
lang.
ko. Bit lang. Pero as I matured bilang as a person and as a professional, parang na-overcome ko na rin yan. I try to be able to flex kung ano yung napagplanuhan ko from the start. Tapos, and also, crucial din kasi when you collaborate with other people.
Yeah, that's
with
true.
my role in the firm, I tend to collaborate with other people from different departments and business units. So, there are tendencies na yung initial plan ko would not exactly go as planned kasi there are other eventualities. So, na-learn ko rin na mag-flex nung plans ko. So, yun.
Yeah, kasi working with different people, different approach.
Yeah.
And as employee of the year, di ba, sometimes you'll not get the things done by yourself talaga.
Totoo.
It's the reason why you had been selected as employee of the year. So because also the people who help you to become greater employee as what you are right now.
I'm actually very curious kasi, 'di ba, if you're friends with Miss Ivy sa social media, she's very active. Whether it's cooking, doing
I think I need to subscribe to Ivy's socials.
Yeah. So, so I'm very curious kung nagpapahinga pa po ba kayo?
Doing things doesn't mean that you are not resting.
Yes.
Doing other things aside from work is also resting, di ba?
As long as na-enjoy,
Oo,
diba?
na-enjoy.
Alright. So, thank you for that very wonderful answers. But for now, let us take a look back and revisit some of the highlights of this season's podcast while we take a short break.
Is this season finale?
Yes! na parang sinores ako nitong specific employee. And then they scheduled me for an interview. Tapos, hindi sila nag-email ng link sa akin.
Oh.
Ang sinabi lang, meron na kaming Zoom meeting for you. Sa text pa, ha? Sa text. May Zoom meeting kami for you. Apparently, hindi ko mahanap. Hindi ko talaga siya
You
mahanap.
thought it's your fault.
Yeah. And then, akala ko ba sa relationship na may ghosting? Pati pala sa iba, sa diba? Hindi ko alam kung sa recruiter, pati pala dun sa
Both
mga
ways
applicant. Oo,
na,
diba?
no?
May ghosting pala.
Mag-ghosting
So, me and Mimi, sanay kami sa ghosting.
Hindi na kami nasasaktan masyado.
Totoo yan.
Konti lang.
Pag nakaka-feel ako ng stress actually, feel ko talaga siya muna na parang sige, stress. Tapos, or kaya iiyak ko muna siya. Talagang, i-acknowledge mo na nasa stress ka talaga eh. Tapos, after nun, stop muna ako sa ginagawa ko. Tapos, parang, itatry mo ulit i-assess yung mga nangyayari kung bakit ba ako nasa stress. Bakit ba ako nasa stress, di ba? Siyempre, humihinga muna ako. Tapos, after that, iniisip ko na lang na i-prioritize talaga muna yung mga dapat unahin. And then, pag hindi talaga kaya, there are people naman talaga na, alam mo yun, pwede ka namang mag-ask ng help, di ba? Kasi pwede namang hindi mo siya sarilinin. So, may mga tao, like, lalo na sa team namin, may mga colleagues ako na very helpful pag hindi ko na naiintindihan yung mga dapat kong gawin. So, pag sa school naman, pag nasa-stress ako, ganun din, break muna konti, and then tatandaan mo bakit mo ba gusto yan. Gusto mo yan eh.
Yeah.
Gusto mo mag-aral, gusto mo rin magtrabaho, so go fight lang.
What will happen kasi, if you think that you are illegally dismissed, and then lumaban ka, nag-file ka ng case against your employer, and then you're gonna wait for the decision of that particular court. Kasi level up yun eh. SENA, Labor Arbiter, National NLRC, Court of Appeals, and Supreme Court. So, ang dami mong pwedeng puntahan.
Kino-compute talaga siya yung hinold ni employer dun sa resigned employee. Hindi nag-vary yung length of service.
Piece of advice, there's only 3 certain things in life as an employee. Hiring, separation, and paying your taxes.
It's not your salary that makes you rich, it's your spending habits.
Okay.
Kung malaki man yung sahod mo, kung malaki rin yung gastos mo, wala rin. Yun.
Charmaine, para namang
Medyo masakit ata yun. When it comes to leadership, meron akong 2 role model. One is the leaders that I want to be in the future. And the other one is the leaders I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Lahat din sabi mo, yung ayaw mo yung leader mo, supervisor mo na limited yung questions. Parang we have 2 role models na you only pick what do you think is gonna work with your team.
Yes.
Diba?
Pipili ka ng
Piliin mo.
Papiliin mo.
Pero kasi iba kasi ang asadan sa reality, sometimes if meron leader or senior na sobrang bad, pag nag-step up sila sa position, they think that they could also be that kind of person. Ina-adapt nila yung current culture.
Marami kami ganyan sa team ko ngayon na wala naman.
Wala
Without
na.
knowing na
Totoo.
ganun pala sila.
So sa listeners natin na gusto maging leader, you always have a chance and a choice to break.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yun nga, parang pag hindi mo na feel na valued ka as an employee, and which is how I felt din doon, mag-iiba talaga yung perspective mo. Siyempre, you're still human. You still want to feel valued or kahit man lang recognized by other people. So, yun talaga naging turning point ng parang hindi kasi pinapakinggan yung needs mo.
Totoo. Hirap
Si
ng
Inform
ganyan.
kasi yung ex na babalikan mo.
Wow!
Add ko din pala, di ba regarding dun kanina sa pinag-uusapan natin na yung i-give up yung career. Ayoko din personally pala, opinion lang naman, na magkaroon ako ng regret at saka maibuntun mo yun sa mga bata. In the near future
Ang ganda niya!
Parang, binitawan ko itong career para lang maano kayo. Ayoko, hindi natin masasabi kasi yung future natin na diba? Pero baka mamaya niyan, kumbaga, nagdi-desire na akong bumalik sa work, tapos nahirapan na ako.
Totoo.
Magkaroon ako ng regret tsaka resentment over them.
Oo.
So, I think ganun.
Gusto ko din supportahan yan kasi ang thinking ng mga old generation sa mga anak is retirement plan. Diba? Paano if you stop your career and you expected your children to support you when you're old? Eh, mga tao ngayon, they have their own mindset na diba parang
Woke na sila.
Oo, na woke na, diba? Which I think is also right. That our parents or the elderly don't expect us na tayo yung magiging retirement plan nila. So, tama ka, Sherry, na you still want to pursue kasi you don't have an assurance na in the future, what might happen kapag syempre pag nagkapamilya na yan, hindi na ikaw talaga ang magiging priority ng mga anak mo.
Huwag na magkaroon ng expectation na, syempre, magkakaroon sila ng life on their own eh.
Yung pagiging vocal po ng Gen Zs when it comes sa problem ng team, if it happens na magkaroon po kami ng problem, mas maa-address namin siya. Tapos hindi siya yung nagtatagal. Kumbaga kasi pag nagtatagal yung problem sa isang team, nagkakalamat. So parang mas nahihirapan ka makipag-communicate dun sa team mo. So ayun, kapag ka mabilis talagang na-address yung problem, ganyan, yung mga simpleng problema lang. In that way, mas nagiging confident na rin tayo. Tapos parang magaan yung feeling natin na makipag-usap sa team natin.
To add on that, Gen Z are not afraid of conflict.
Yes.
Pag mayroong collaboration, naalis yung yung concern, hindi kayo nag-chase ng conflict eh.
Yeah.
Hindi rin kayo takot kung magkakaroon, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero to resolve
Yes.
yung mga bottlenecks.
Hindi kami pala away ha.
Pero if ever may problem na,
Hindi kami pala away. Pero we would like to resolve the problem as soon as possible in the very simplest.
And we are back and we will hear more insights. Okay, going back to the discussion, my question is, being as employee of the year for 2022 and 2023, what are the best compliments you got from your coworkers or colleagues or even from your family members? Yay.
for me, siguro yung most memorable compliment I have received, not only in professional skills kasi syempre, natin yan, pero yung on how they appreciate my cheerful attitude, emotional maturity, and yung pagiging optimistic ko. So, nakakatuwa lang din na ganun pala yung dating sa kanila, na parang hindi lang puro trabaho yung nakikita nila sa akin. Pero, especially yung kung ano ako. So, nakakatuwa din na parang nakakapag-create pala ako ng good vibes, ng enjoyable environment dun sa team ko. Syempre, hindi ko rin naman yun mabibigay sa kanila kung hindi rin ako natutuwa sa company nila. So, ganun nakakatuwa lang din na ganun ako nakikita ng mga tao. Syempre, hindi lang din sa team ko, parang ganun din ako sa outside, yung mga iba kong friends from different department, ganun din nila kung paano ko tingnan, na parang lagi kang masayahin, yay. Kaya nga parang, okay na ako yung pangalan ko na yay, kasi lagi akong masaya. So, ayun, yun siguro, yung pagiging cheerful.
Parang natatag ko yung post din sa social media, sobrang daming engagement. Parang ang sabi, you deserve. So talagang that kind of validation, di ba? Na even people that doesn't have direct relationship on work or related to work, parang they know that you could literally be that kind of person. Ikaw, Ivy, ano yung memorable compliments na natanggap mo?
One compliment that I was able to receive a few months back lang, one of my teammates who mentioned na, you know, Ivy, you're so thorough, you have what it takes to take up law and become a lawyer someday. Relating din sa line of work ko, di ba, compliance and data privacy. So, that's just one aspect of the entire law if you study about it. But then, sometimes I get to thinking, there was a point during that period when over a span of a few weeks, parang 5 tao yung nagsabi sa akin na, why don't you take up law? Sabi, huh?
Why not?
Limang tao ka na nagsabi sa akin during the past 2 weeks. What's with that? What's with that statement na talaga yung natanggap kong compliment? So it really stuck with me, and it makes me feel na, wow, I'm really in the right profession for people to say that about me.
I will throw the question, why not?
Yes, why not?
I'll think about it.
Bagay sa'yo yan, Ivy.
Yeah, true.
Diba?
Bagay naman sa kanya.
You might be a good lawyer.
Yes. Okay. So, the next question. In your career, is there anything that you wish you could have done differently?
Ako, I could talk about that very briefly. Siguro becoming kinder to myself when I make mistakes or whenever I fail, because I tend to become my own worst critic. I tend to be so hard on myself when I'm not able to attain my personal goals in life. So maybe I'd like to become more kind to myself moving forward, not just in the professional world, but in personally speaking as well. Because I have this tendency, I'd like to become excellent in everything that I do, pero sometimes you don't always win, and there are times that failure becomes a part of life, so that you learn from it and become a better person after that. So there.
That's true.
Ako, for me, siguro, wala akong kailangan baguhin. Kasi, wala akong kailangan i-edit dun sa naging path ko. Kasi, parang yung naging journey ko, from different, iba-iba kasi yung mga industries, iba-iba yung naging work ko. So, parang naging, yung magandang naging experience ko, naging learnings ko from, frontline associate in a remittance center to becoming an admin. Hindi
Sa
pa accounting staff from a Catholic school, and dito an admin assistant. Admin assistant kasi ako nag-start dito sa Incorp, and now I am an HR officer. So parang lahat na naging learnings ko, lahat na naging experience ko, simula nung nakagraduate ako, lahat yun baon-baon ko. And then parang feeling ko kung meron akong babaguhin dun sa naging journey ko, dun sa naging path ko, baka hindi ako naging employee of the year.
Yes.
So parang kung titingnan ko siya, parang wala akong babaguhin.
Parang
Kasi,
this is me. Ganyan.
yeah, kasi parang lahat yon mula simula, ang dami kong natutunan, ang dami kong na-experience na hanggang ngayon baon-baon ko, hanggang ngayon ginagawa ko siya, ina-apply ko siya dun sa lahat ng ginagawa ko, mula dun sa unang-una kong trabaho.
Yeah, experience are building blocks talaga na you select what will be your foundation to empower who you really are as an employee. Siguro nga, di ba, good thing about these two is their turf and expertise is different 2 to 3 years ago. Ivy has never done data privacy work. Ye wasn't an HR 4 years ago. And yet, they were able to become the employee of the year with the new assigned role. Because that's the beauty here in Incorp. If they see potential on you doing something, they will literally put you there. It doesn't mean that they're giving you more difficult time, but they see, or the Incorp sees the potential of individual that you will be the perfect fit for that role. And look at them now. These two is the...
They grew so much. Diba?
Oo.
And naging employee of the year pa.
Oo, tsaka ang daming opportunities talaga dito sa Incorp. Kaya tumagal ako, di ba? Kasi talaga yung opportunities, pasok siya ng pasok.
Yeah, you make your, sometimes, that's good on small organization. You could make your own opportunities if it's not served on silver platter. Parang you have to be creative din. Talaga. I love the discussions we're having right now. So, I think majority of our listeners will be our employees as well, because they look up into you two. Parang wala pa tayong lalaking employee of the year pala. No?
Wala pa.
So, what as a piece of advice that you could give to our listeners para to become like you in the future, become an employee of the year? Then for outsider listeners, what they need to do for them to have that kind of inspiration to become, kasi may mga companies din naman na merong mga
may mga ganito ding award.
Tip of advice,
For me, siguro, as an employee of the year awardee, the best thing I can share is to embody the Incorp's core values, which is yung prize. So,
recite mo nga yung prize.
So, you have to express your passion for service.
Okay.
So, dapat, nagbibigay ka ng effort. Hindi lang sa ginagawa mo, of course, sa ibang tao, nag-e-effort ka din. Next is stay resilient. Resilient in any challenges. Kasi, di ba, every setback is an opportunity to learn. And of course, yung I is integrity. So, by being honest and accountable in your work. Syempre, hindi lang honest ka. Dapat alam mo yung accountabilities mo. Partner kasi siya. So, yung iba kasi honest sila, pero hindi nila alam kung ano yung accountability nila.
Totoo, that's true.
Diba? May mga ganon. And of course, you have to be committed.
Yeah, committed.
Committed. So, dapat committed ka dun sa goal mo. Focus ka sa goal, sa task mo. And of course, finally, you have to be excellent in everything that you do. So, dapat magawa mo lahat ng best mo.
Okay.
So, ayun. Yun yung sa akin. Kasi kami rin ni Ivy hindi kami magiging employee of the year kung hindi namin in-embody yung pride.
Yung core values. Magiging proud yung boss mo, kabisado mo. PRICE. Okay. How about you, Ivy? Piece of advice for listeners.
Ako naman, I feel that a talent or an employee should find motivation from within, intrinsically, and to find passion in what they do, love what they do, para they won't feel like it's work and be obligated to just drag their feet to work every day kasi they don't love what they do. If you have a certain level of passion for what you do, then fun comes naturally and excellence would come naturally as well. So yun yung naging winning formula ko rin in what I do, because I love what I do. I find passion and I find that whatever work I do makes a difference in the organization. That's what has been motivating me all throughout this time.
Yeah, I think that's true kasi there might be a chance that you don't love what you do, but your job is what the way for you to pay rent.
Yes.
Look into more what is the value of your work. Ako honestly, I'm doing all of things in the group sometimes. What is it really for me? Pero I look into the value of InCorp's goal is to become the best corporate solutions provider. We are creating jobs.
Yes.
Unintentionally, we are helping the economy to grow. Because when there are investors registering in the business in the Philippines, there will be people outside that are gonna have new roles and new jobs. So I think that's the message that I cannot hindi mawawala sa akin, because that's the message that I've heard from Attorney Amanda itself. Nung first quarterly party ko, that's what we do. Kasi parang I join InCorp. Our company is very niche. You can't find a lot of company or organization doing what we are doing right now. Pero nung narinig ko sinabi ni Attorney Amanda, we are helping the Philippine economy to grow. Yeah. So parang yun yung sabi mo, Ivy, na you have to see the value.
Yes.
What are the meaning of all these papers and compliance we need to do.
At least may purpose ka.
Yung purpose,
Diba?
very important yan. I've always mentioned when I do talks about HR and motivational talk, every employee should know their purpose. Kasi
Exactly.
yun yung belongingness mo sa organization, di ba? Maslow's. Alam ko, familiar na familiar ka. You are an HR consultant,
Self-actualization yung pinakamataas. And I feel na talagang, wow, na-attain ko yung self-actualization because InCorp allowed me so many opportunities to attain that certain level in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, additional sa Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it doesn't mean na entry level ka, physiological lang yung kailangan mo. Sometimes even at the early part of your stage, if you felt belong and self-actualized, you could really reach the peak of those needs, di ba, na hierarchy of needs. So it doesn't mean that if you are just starting, you can be involved or belong to organization. You could be actually, kahit nga sabihin natin na receptionist ka lang, if that's really your passion as how you could do. Sorry, forgive me, hindi lang ang pagiging receptionist. If you, example, kahit yung entry level ka na, but you love what you do,
Yes.
nandun na yung self-actualization nyo. So, and I think those kind of moment shines through, kaya na-recognize ng organization. Feeling ko that what we saw from both of you, na you actualize your role as as an IB, kaya naging employee of the year. Hindi kami nahirapan sa deliberations, believe me. Parang it's unanimous.
At saka diba, lahat tayo nandito sa place na to because of a certain reason.
Yeah, totoo.
Diba? For example, yun nga, yung receptionist. I mean, kung wala sila,
Wala,
diba?
oo.
Wala, parang, sino na lang
Walang mas importante na role.
Exactly.
Walang mas importante na role. Anyone
Yes.
anyone could excel
Exactly.
kahit nasa entry level ka.
Exactly. At saka, everyone has a possibility to grow.
Totoo.
Diba? Hindi mo alam ngayon, pero malay mo bukas alam mo na.
Oo,
Diba?
totoo yan.
Kasi lahat naman pwedeng pag-aralan.
Exactly.
Diba?
If you are willing to, of course.
Exactly.
Diba? Nasa willingness din yan. So, I think we already thrown out all the questions we have for this season finale. Yeah, so
So we have reached the end of today's episode. Yes.
It's a little bit of gonna miss these kind of sessions that I have because I'm very happy about this platform that we're able to hear directly from our employees. We have a script, but the questions and answers they gave to us from the previous episodes we had are their first-hand experience.
Yes.
Hindi nga namin sila pinilit to join.
Free will yan. Nung sinabihan namin sila, game sila, diba?
And wala naman nag-badmouth sa company.
Totoo naman.
And I'm so happy to have this kind of conversation. Particularly, I think this is the best moment to close this season finale with the best 2 employees we had for 17 years, diba? Finally. So, there, we've reached to the final part of this episode, and we're actually cooking something that there might be a few more podcasts in the future that will tackle more about on how we could help foreigners or other people doing business in the Philippines. Okay, so guys, once again, thank you for listening to our podcast. Of course, kaming host nyo si
Claire
and Sherwin, and
to our guest. We'll see you on the next season.
See you next season, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, wait! Camera back! Baka may kailangan i-shout out ng mga guest speakers natin. Okay, Ivy, any shout-outs?
I'd like to thank INCOR Philippines for having provided me and the rest of its talents the opportunity to grow as a person and as a professional. If it had not been for the organization, we wouldn't have been able to reach this level in our career. So thank you. A big shout out to INCOR Philippines and the management and those people who believe in us all throughout our journey here at INCOR. So thank you so much.
Yay, any shout-outs?
Nasabi na rin ni Ivy. So, thank you, INCOR Philippines, and of course, sa team ko, in People in Culture team. So, from Miss Che, our HR Director, Erica, our HR Manager, and Chrisma. Also, from the Employee Services, Miss Bang, Ate Ana, Kuya Mike, and Kuya Nor. Thank you so much.
Can I also have my shout out? I want to shout out the marketing team behind all this podcast event. They're working behind the scenes, making everything is in place from the creation of the drop, editing of the videos, publishing it on social medias. Big shout out to you, marketing team. Woo!
Maisip ngayon.
Okay lang. Still.
Still na lang.
Even yun, doon ka pa sa sabi ko the best talaga. Kaya nagulat ako pag inaawin bigla. Sabi ko, ito siguro bigla yung HR doon. May ganun natin, pero cut lang.
Ang nipis mo, kakainis ka, paka-arte.
Alam mo, mas gusto ko na lang kasama sa Long Secret
Okay naman talaga eh. Naghanap ka lang ng tips. Ate mo lang.
Minsan kailangan natin ng drama sa buhay.
Medyo na-bored ka lang ng onte. So,
Welcome to the very first episode of In.Sights Unplugged. People,
Okay, sige. Continue lang.
Okay, welcome to the first ever episode of In.Sights Unplugged. People, passion, and perspectives. Where we take a step back. Sorry. Di ba magkaroon din ako ng where we take a step back, sit down, and casually bring into light what goes on behind the scenes of corporate life.
My name is Sherwin Urbano, and for this episode, we're going to do...
Ulit-ulit mo na. Nasabi ko yung casually.
Giggle to work
parang
more.
after ko nung na-promote ako ng second, sabi ko, kailangan ko mag-notice. Parang, oh my God! Buti na lang na-promote ang hindi napupunta. Na-break yung
Na-break yung hirap, ano?
We Di ba yung chutangix? Ano ba?
Ay, akala ko yun lang yung shoot mo! Akala ko yun lang!
Ako naman, naging positive yung vibe niya sa akin. And of course, yung wait lang. Meron ako dyan eh. Wait ako. Hindi ko pwedeng makalimutan yun.
Talagang, halimbawa, wait na nawala po sa isip yung sasabihin ko. Nawala mo, wait.
Kaya mo yan.
And you could light it up. You could light it up.
Actually, ang Gen Z po ay utak goldfish talaga.
Mali mo tinukuha mo Actually, short-term memory. Yung Gen Z talagang giging pabiloban na yan.